Start. As regards request for within double quote change of particulars in the certificate issued by the CBSE, it presupposes that the particulars intended to be recorded in the CBSE certificate are not consistent with the school records. Such a request could be made in two different situations. The first is on the basis of public documents like birth certificate, Aadhaar card / election card, etc., and to incorporate change in the CBSE certificate consistent therewith. The second possibility is when the request for change is due to the acquired name by choice at a later point of time. That change need not be backed by public documents pertaining to the candidate. Para. Reverting to the first category, as noted earlier, there is a legal presumption in relation to the public documents as envisaged in the 1872 Act. Such public documents, therefore, cannot be ignored by the CBSE. Taking note of those documents, the CBSE may entertain the request for recording change in the certificate issued by it. This, however, need not be unconditional but subject to certain reasonable conditions to be fulfilled by the applicant as may be prescribed by the CBSE, such as of furnishing sworn affidavit containing declaration and to indemnify the CBSE and upon payment of prescribed fees in lieu of administrative expenses. The CBSE may also insist for issuing public notice and publication in the official gazette before recording the change in the fresh certificate to be issued by it upon surrender/return of the original certificate within bracket or duplicate original certificate as the case may be bracket close by the applicant. The fresh certificate may contain disclaimer and caption/annotation against the original entry within bracket except in respect of change of name effected in exercise of right to be forgotten bracket close, indicating the date on which change has been recorded and the basis thereof. In other words, the phrase certificate may retain original particulars while recording the change along with caption/annotation referred to above within bracket except in respect of change of name effected in exercise of right to be forgotten bracket close para. However, in the latter situation, where the change is to be effected on the basis of new acquired name without any supporting school record or public document, that request may be entertained upon insisting for prior permission/declaration by a court of law in that regard and publication in the official gazette, including surrender/return of original certificate within bracket or duplicate original certificate as the case may be bracket close issued by CBSE and upon payment of prescribed fees. The phrase certificate, as in other situations referred to above, retain the original entry within bracket except in respect of change of name effected in exercise of right to be forgotten bracket close and to insert caption/annotation indicating the date on which it has been recorded and other detail including disclaimer of CBSE. This is so because the CBSE is not required to adjudicate nor has the mechanism to verify the correctness of the claim of the applicant. Para. The Supreme Court thus directed the CBSE to process the applications for correction or change as the case may be in the certificates issued by it in the respective cases under consideration. The Supreme Court also clarified that even other pending applications and future applications for such request be processed on the same lines and in particular the conclusions and directions recorded hitherto in the judgment itself as may be applicable until amendment of relevant bylaws. Additionally, the CBSE shall take immediate steps to amend the relevant bylaws so as to incorporate the stated mechanism for recording correction or change as the case may be in the certificates already issued or to be issued by it. Para. The bylaws provide for a two-tier mechanism for recording change of name or other details within bracket as indicated above. One of them is prior permission or declaration by a court of law to be obtained. As regards public documents like birth certificate, official gazette, Aadhaar card, election card, etc., the same enjoy legal presumption of its correctness in terms of explicit provisions contained in Chapter Roman 5 of the 1872 Act. Stop.